大家好，今天是7月28日。那这一篇讲了5次还6次的文章，叫做《Beyond Introvert vs Extrovert》，就是说我们在分一个人的个性的时候，习惯只用内向或外向来进行分类，但是其实，大部分的人是处在一个既内向又外向的状态，中间这个。那这个人呢，他们在很多时候其实是我们看起来是内向或外向，但是它其实是有很多不同的状态的，所以又可以再把它依作者的这个分法再分为4类，叫做独处、一对一、小群体、大群体，就是你心中的状态这样，也不是心中的状态，就是他这个人目前处于的状态。那目前然后还有一个东西，那有这状态，可是跟我的个性又有什么关联呢？有了这个状态之后，你这边又可以再化成4个东西，就是你比较喜欢什么样的状态？你比较喜欢独处还是一对一小大群体？你可以自己再分。然后现在是我们要讲到的是说，这个本文的作者他自己根据他的经验跟喜好画出了一个叫做什么 interaction profile，就是你叫做 ambivert 嘛，你不是绝对外向，也不是绝对内向，但是你总会有一些偏好吧。像他的话是偏好小群体比较多，然后还有一对一。那这个其次是花在独处的时间啊，还有哦，你要分你是在听比较多还是讲比较多。那他在这种一对一跟小群体的时候都是在讲比较多的在讲，那在大群体的时候他就偏向于在聆听比较多。那这个独处的话不用想就没得讲就是聆听。好，那现在来读一下这个他自己的这个范例吧。他自己的 interaction profile 是怎么回事？Okay, let me apply this model to myself to paint a picture. I think my ideal interaction profile looks something like this. 25% of solitude. I love sitting with my own string of consciousness for a few hours at a time, thinking about ideas and getting into the flow state. A 30% of one-on-one balanced role. I enjoy deepening close friendships and getting into a greater level of emotional depth with a few friends. And I like talking and listening about equally. Okay. 40% of small groups. A somewhat expressive role. If I could figure it out logistics, I would love to hang out with small group of friends almost every day. The dynamic that emerges when there are 3 or more people in the room is refreshing and fun for me. And these are some of my happiest times. I'm a little more talkative in small groups. Okay, last is 5% large groups. Observant role. This is definitely what I enjoy in the list, but I do like going to bigger gatherings every once in a while. And if I never did this, I would be sad. And I like meeting totally new people and never getting in a crowd. Sorry, never getting in a crowd, but I'm not that expressive. Over the years, reflecting on this interaction profile and comparing it with my current life has led me to some insights about myself, many of which I've used to nudge my circumstances in a better direction. Lacking solitude is hard for me. On most days, I need a few contiguous hours when I can be in my own head and just read, think, and observe. If I don't get this, something feels deeply wrong, and I feel restless. I need to consistently make time for this aspect of my life. One-on-one friendships are not enough. In a busy city like New York, it can feel like every social interaction has to be painstakingly arranged between people all the time. And it's always easier to just meet up with one friend at a time. Although these interactions are meaningful and deep, they lack the dynamism of small groups, especially recurring small group that gets to know each other well. For me, just hanging out with a lot of friends in isolation doesn't cut it. cut it, cut it 什么意思？做不 if we can cut it，符合条件做得来。OK，所以他觉得，一对一的话还没办法满足他的需求，就是了。Also easier to meet up with your own friends. Although these interactions are meaningful and deep, they lack dynamism of scroll groups. OK，他少了一个小群体的动力，不知道什么东西啊。继续，I want，这又是什么东西啊？平等主义，哇塞，egalitarian。I want egalitarian one-on-one conversation. Egalitarian one-on-one conversation，就是他前面讲的那个平衡型的，对了。In one-on-one conversations, I want to play a balanced role, talking and listening about equally. I've noticed that when people consistently do most of the talking in one-on-one settings, I found myself feeling ignored and frustrated. 什么when people do most，他如果只做听或只做说，他就会觉得很受挫折，就对了。他继续吧。I really like small groups of 4 to 6 people and enjoying playing in a moderately talkative role. I've noticed that in a group of 4 to 6 people, I am usually the third most or fourth most talkative person, and I really be like being in this role. I don't have to carry the conversation or do most of the talking, but I can chime in with interactions, jokes, and stories consistently. Being in a small group of this size regularly makes me happy. 我想想看，我看起来嘛，他的表现欲在小群体之中可以得到一个发挥。他说他是第三个排名第三或者是第四踊跃发言的一个人嘛，然后还可以跟着这些人一起去反应，也就是说他很想要讲话，蛮喜欢发表，但是如果累的时候呢，又可以静静的待着，跟着群体的那个 flow 一起走，这样子。哦，好，I enjoy large groups, but like to mostly observe and facilitate. Nobody would never ever describe me as the life of the party, but I do like going to large group gatherings once or twice a month. Mostly because I like soaking in the vibe and meeting new people. In large groups, I'm mostly an observer, not the primary actor or center of attention. Recently, I've really enjoyed hosting larger gatherings because it gives me an excuse to enter and leave conversations easily, which makes it easier for me to navigate in the setting where I might usually feel shy. OK，这个 large group 的时候，他会变成一个比较多在是聆听的角色嘛。那他最近也很喜欢去 host，就是去举办一些比较大型的这种聚会，这样子他就可以在不同人群这样走来走去，偶尔谈一下，偶尔谈一下，这样子，那就有一个比较合理的理由可以插进别人的对话了。好，那 of course these dynamics aren't just true for my personal life. They affect my workplace habits a lot too. I usually favor written communication and love having big blocks of autumn time on my calendar, but I also like the bustle of working in an office on small, tight-knit teams. Tight knit.哦，所以他在工作的时候呢，比较喜欢有大块的一个独处的时间，不太，然后一对一的时候嘛，written communication 就是写 email 嘛，写 email 通常是不知道小群体吗？还是一对一啊？应该两者皆有吧。大群体 email 应该是比较少一点，或许有，不过那种会比较像公告嘛，他比较喜欢用写的，所以可能不太想要讲话，然后想要有大块的独处时间。又喜欢跟小团队有个比较紧密的连接。好，下一段。In fact, I've started to notice that these preferences even carry over to my digital life. I need solitary time away from digital contact. I like maintaining a few close relationships online. I really enjoy participating in a few active group texts. I heavily avoid posting in digital large group settings like social media. But I do enjoy lurking on them. It took me a lot of effort to start this blog, and I still avoid the sheer chaos of mass media sites like Twitter. That probably benefits my mental health, but maybe it holds me back in other ways. 还有好多这个应该再一次吧，这是6次还是7次吧？下一次再把最后一段把它讲完，然后拜。